The rain pounded relentlessly on the black umbrellas clustered around Grandma Eleanor's grave, each drop a cruel echo of the sobs Alex couldn't stifle. As the casket lowered into the earth, his family uncles, aunts, cousins whispered not prayers, but inventories of her possessions, their eyes already gleaming with greed. But when the will was read later that afternoon in the dim parlor of her Victorian home in rural Connecticut, Alex's world shattered anew. Everything went to them, except for Hima's single train ticket to San Francisco and a small brass key, tucked into an envelope with her elegant script, "For my dearest Alex, the adventure you deserve." Alex stared at the items in his trembling hands. The ticket dated for the next morning, the key unmarked but heavy with promise. His mother, Patricia, sneered from across the room where she was already eyeing the mahogany dresser. "What a joke," she muttered, her voice laced with the same disdain she'd shown when he came out at 17. "Mom always babied you, even after." "Well, you know." The room erupted in murmurs of agreement, his Uncle Harold chuckling as he claimed the grandfather clock. Alex felt the familiar sting of isolation, the weight of being the family's black sheep, the gay grandson who'd never fit their conservative mold. But Grandma Eleanor had seen him, truly seen him, her late-night talks about love without boundaries, her secret smiles when he'd confide his dreams. What was this? A final gift or a riddle? By evening, the house was stripped bare. Trucks hauled away furniture that had witnessed generations of Thompson family history, the oak table where holidays turned tense after his coming out, the velvet sofa where Grandma had held him through tears. Alex packed a duffel bag in his old bedroom, the walls still papered with faded posters from his closeted youth. He couldn't stay. The air was thick with judgment. As the sun dipped below the rolling hills, he slipped out, hailing a cab to the train station in Hartford. The platform was alive with strangers' chatter, but Alex felt utterly alone, the ticket burning in his pocket like a beacon. What awaited in San Francisco? Grandma had visited there once, in her youth, but never spoke of it. The key to it unlock a door, a box, a life he never knew. The train rumbled westward through the night, cutting across America's heartland. Alex watched landscapes blur, Pennsylvania's steel towns giving way to Ohio's flat farmlands, then Indiana's endless fields under a starry sky. Sleep evaded him. Memories flooded in. Grandma Eleanor, with her silver hair and sharp wit, had been his anchor. Born in 1935, she defied expectations, a widow who traveled solo, read forbidden books, and whispered stories of a freer world. "Love is love, Alex," she'd say, her eyes twinkling. "Don't let them dim your light." Now, at 25, jobless after quitting his stifling office gig in Boston, he wondered if this was her way of pushing him toward that light. Dawn broke over Illinois, painting the horizon gold. Alex dozed fitfully, dreaming of Grandma's laughter. When he awoke, a fellow passenger, an elderly woman named Mabel, struck up conversation. "Heading west for a fresh start?" she asked, her voice warm like fresh bread. Alex nodded, showing her the ticket. "My grandma left me this." "And a keen idea to what?" Mabel's eyes softened. "Sounds like a treasure hunt. My own ma did something similar after the war, sent me to California with a locket. Changed my life." Her words stirred hope in Alex, a fragile flame against the doubt. As the train chugged through Missouri's rivers and Kansas's prairies, he journaled furiously, piecing together clues from Grandma's old letters he'd snuck from the house. By Nebraska, the monotony of the plains mirrored his inner turmoil. Phone calls from family buzzed his pocket, Patricia demanding he return that nonsense ticket, Uncle Harold accusing him of theft. He ignored them, focusing on the key's engravings, faint initials E, T, and L. M. Who was L? M. Grandma's husband was Thomas, but he died young. A mystery lover. The thought thrilled and terrified him. In Colorado's Rockies, the train ascended snow-capped peaks, the air crisp even through the windows. Alex met a young backpacker, Riley, who shared stories of hitchhiking the West. San Fran's magic for folks like us, Riley said with a wink, sensing Alex's vibe. Pride parades. Castro vibes, you'll find your tribe. Alex's heart raced. Was this the freedom Grandma envisioned? Utah's deserts unfolded like a red canvas, the sun baking the earth. Alex's mind wandered to his past relationships, fleeting hookups in Boston bars, always shadowed by fear of family discovery. Grandma knew. She'd encouraged him to seek real love. Don't settle, darling, her voice echoed. As Nevada's lights twinkled in the distance, the train neared California. Alex's anticipation built, a mix of excitement and dread. What if the key led nowhere? But deep down, he felt Grandma's spirit guiding him. Finally, after 3 days, the train pulled into San Francisco's station under a foggy dawn. The city buzzed with energy cable cars clanging, the bay shimmering. Alex stepped off, duffel slung over his shoulder, the key clutched tight. He hailed a taxi to the address on the ticket's envelope, 826 Valencia Street, in the Mission District. The ride wound through hilly streets lined with Victorian homes painted in rainbows, murals celebrating diversity. His pulse quickened. This was worlds away from Connecticut's stifling suburbs. Arriving, he found a quirky bookstore-cafe hybrid, its sign reading Pirate Supply Store with a non-profit vibe. Confused, he entered, bells jingling. A volunteer greeted him. Welcome to 826 Valencia. How can we help? Alex pulled out the key. My grandma left me this. Does it mean anything here? The volunteer's eyes widened. Eleanor Thompson. She was a founder supporter. That key opens her old locker upstairs. Heart pounding, Alex followed to a hidden room filled with writing desks and youth programs. The locker revealed a box of letters, photos, and a journal, Grandma's secret life. Flipping through the journal, Alex's breath caught. Entries dated back to 1955. Met Lila today at the coffee shop. Her laugh lights up the room. But society won't understand. Lila Monroe L. M. Grandma had a forbidden romance with a woman in her youth, hidden from the world. Photos showed 2 young women, arms linked, on San Francisco's beaches, their eyes full of love. We dreamed of a life together. One entry read, but family pressures tore us apart. I married Thomas, but my heart stayed with her. Tears streamed down Alex's face. Grandma had been like him, closeted in an era of intolerance. This was her legacy, not furniture, but truth. The volunteer, sensing his emotion, offered tea. Eleanor funded our LGBTQ plus youth writing workshops. She said it was for someone special. Alex nodded, overwhelmed. He spent hours reading, the city's hum fading. Lila had passed in the 80s, but their story was one of quiet defiance. A final note. Alex, use this key to unlock your own story. Visit Lila's old home in the Castro address enclosed. Find love, as I did. With renewed purpose, Alex ventured to the Castro district, rainbow flags waving proudly. The address led to a charming bungalow on a steep hill, now a community center. But the key didn't fit the door. It opened a garden shed in the back. Inside, more artifacts, including a painting of Grandma and Lila, signed by an unknown artist. As he admired it, a voice startled him. "That's my grandmother's work." "Who are you?" Turning, Alex met Jamie Rivera, a striking man in his late 20s, with warm brown eyes, tousled black hair, and paint-splattered jeans. Jamie was Lila's grandson, an artist running workshops at the center. Eleanor. She and Gran were everything to each other. They talked for hours in the garden, under blooming jasmine. Jamie shared stories of Lila's activism in the 70s Stonewall era, how she'd inspired his own coming out. Alex opened up about his family's rejection, the funeral's cruelty. Sparks flew their shared heritage, the magnetic pull. As dusk fell, Jamie invited him for dinner at a nearby taqueria. Over burritos and margaritas, conversation deepened. Jamie's life was vibrant: gallery shows, pride events, a close-knit chosen family. "I paint emotions," he said, "the raw, beautiful mess of being queer in America." Alex felt seen, alive. They wandered the Castro's neon streets, laughter echoing. At a bar with thumping music, Jamie pulled him to dance. Bodies close. Alex's heart soared. This was the romance Grandma hinted at. But drama loomed. Back in Connecticut, Patricia discovered missing letters and rallied the family. Texts flooded Alex's phone. "Come home now. That's family property." He ignored them, but doubt crept in. Was he betraying them? Jamie noticed his distraction. Families like that, they don't define you. That night, in Jamie's loft overlooking the bay, they shared a tentative kiss, fireworks exploding in Alex's chest. Passion ignited, bodies entwining in a whirlwind of discovery. For the first time, Alex felt whole. Morning brought clarity. Jamie suggested exploring more of Grandma's trail. A letter mentioned a hidden fund for LGBTQ+ causes. They drove to Golden Gate Park, picnicking under eucalyptus trees. Jamie sketched Alex, capturing his vulnerability. "You're beautiful," he murmured. Alex blushed, opening up about past heartbreaks. Their bond grew, but tension built. Jamie had a gallery opening soon, and Alex's visa to this new life felt temporary. A call from Uncle Harold shattered the idyll. "We're contesting the will. That gift is worthless. Get back or face lawyers." Alex panicked, confiding in Jamie. "They've always controlled me." Jamie held him. "Fight for your truth." Eleanor did. Inspired, Alex researched at the library, uncovering legal protections. But family arrived unannounced. Patricia and Harold flew in, tracking his phone. Confrontation erupted at the community center. "This is nonsense," Patricia yelled. Mom was confused in her old age. Alex stood firm. She loved Lila. She was gay, like me. Shock rippled. Harold blustered. But Patricia's face crumpled, memories of her mother's unspoken sadness. Jamie defended Alex, his presence a shield. In the chaos, Alex realized this was the drama Grandma foresaw, a catalyst for change. As the argument peaked, Patricia snatched the journal. "This proves nothing." But reading a page, her voice faltered. "Mom wrote about me. How she hid her pain to protect us." Tears welled. The family facade cracked. Harold stormed out, but Patricia lingered, whispering, "I didn't know." Alex's anger softened to empathy. "She wanted me to find Thisto, free us all." Jamie squeezed his hand, a silent pillar. That evening, they reconciled tentatively over coffee. Patricia admitted fears rooted in her upbringing. "I pushed you away because I didn't understand." It wasn't instant forgiveness, but a start. Harold grumbled apologies via text later. Alex felt a weight lift. The key wasn't just physical, but emotional liberation. With family tensions easing, Alex and Jamie's romance blossomed. They explored San Francisco's gems, hiking Twin Peaks for panoramic views, ferry rides to Alcatraz where they shared dreams. Jamie introduced Alex to his friend's diverse crew of artists, activists, drag performers. At a rooftop party, under string lights, Alex danced freely. No judgment. "This is home," he told Jamie, their lips meeting in a passionate embrace. But kinks arose. Jamie's ex, a jealous sculptor named Marcus, resurfaced at the gallery opening. "Who's the newbie?" Marcus sneered, eyeing Alex. Tension simmered. Marcus spread rumors, claiming Jamie was rebounding. Alex doubted. Was he just a fling? Confronting Jamie in his studio, amid canvases of swirling colors, Alex voiced fears. "Am I enough?" Jamie pulled him close. "You're everything. Marcus is past. You're my future." They made love amidst the art, bodies painting their own masterpiece. Deeper into Grandma's legacy, they found the funded trust for queer youth scholarships. Alex, inspired, volunteered at 826 Valencia, mentoring kids like his younger self. One teen, Sophia, shared her coming-out struggles. Alex's story empowered her. Value emerged. Eleanor's gift rippled outward, fostering acceptance. A road trip sealed their bond. Driving Highway 1 to Big Sur, cliffs dropping to crashing waves. They camped under stars. By a bonfire, Jamie proposed a future. "Move here. Build with me." Alex hesitated. Roots in the East, but Grandma's voice urged, "Adventure awaits." He agreed, hearts entwining. Back in the city, crisis hit. Marcus, vengeful, vandalized Jamie's studio, destroying paintings. Police involved, but evidence slim. Alex supported Jamie through despair. "We'll rebuild." Together, they restored, Alex discovering his own artistic flair. The incident drew them closer, resilience forging unbreakable ties. Family updates warmed. Patricia visited, attending Pride with them. Rainbow streets alive with joy. She marched awkwardly but earnestly. "Mom would be proud," she said, hugging Alex. Harold sent a check reparations for the furniture greed. Healing spread. As summer faded, Alex reflected on the journey. From grief to love, isolation to community. The key, now a necklace pendant, symbolized unlocked potential. With Jamie, he planned an exhibit honoring Eleanor and Lila paintings. Letters, stories shared. The exhibit opening was electric. Held at the community center, walls adorned with Jamie's vibrant works depicting queer histories. Centerpiece, the restored painting of Eleanor and Lila, flanked by photos and journal excerpts. Guests mingled: artists, activists, even Sophia's family. Alex, in a sharp suit, greeted attendees, his confidence newfound. Patricia arrived, arm in arm with a changed Harold. "This is beautiful," she said, eyes misty at her mother's image. Conversations flowed. Old wounds aired, mended. Jamie's speech moved all. Love defies time. Prejudice. Eleanor and Lila taught us that. Applause thundered. Alex kissed him on stage, unashamed. Post-event, they strolled the Embarcadero, bay lights dancing on water. "You've changed my world," Alex whispered. Jamie smiled. "Ours." But shadows lingered. Marcus's trial loomed, threatening disruption. Subpoenaed, Alex testified, voice steady. Justice prevailed. Marcus convicted. Community safer. Emboldened, Alex pursued dreams. Enrolling in writing classes at 826, he penned a memoir draft. Jamie encouraged, "Your story matters." Late nights, they collaborated, his words inspiring Jamie's art. Intimacy deepened, lazy Sundays in bed, exploring desires with tender passion. Autumn brought challenges. A health scare, Alex's persistent cough revealed pneumonia from stress. Hospitalized, Jamie never left his side, reading Eleanor's journal aloud. She'd say fight, Jamie urged. Recovery strengthened them. Alex proposed therapy for lingering family trauma. Sessions unearthed pain, but fostered growth. Thanksgiving shifted paradigms. Hosting in Jamie's loft, Alex invited family. Patricia brought pies. Harold, stories of Eleanor's youth. Laughter replaced tension. Toasts to new beginnings. Sophia joined, symbolizing extended family. Winter holidays sparkled, decorating a tree with rainbow ornaments. They exchanged gifts. Alex gave Jamie a custom brush set. Jamie, a keychain engraved "Our Adventure." Under mistletoe, vows whispered, eternal love. But plot twisted, a letter from Eleanor's lawyer revealed more inheritance, a small fund Alex overlooked. Invested wisely, it funded their dream, a queer arts retreat in Big Sur. Planning ensued, excitement bubbling. Spring bloomed with promise. At the retreat, groundbreaking. Shovels and earth. Alex reflected, from funeral ashes. Life flourished. Jamie's hand in his. Future bright. Years blurred into a tapestry of joy and trials. The retreat thrived, hosting workshops where queer youth found voice. Alex and Jamie married in a Castro ceremony. Patricia walking Alex down the aisle. Tears of pride. Vows echoed Eleanor's wisdom. Love is the key. Children entered via adoption, twin boys, Eli and Theo, filling home with chaos and love. Family visits normalized. Harold babysat, sharing softened tales. Aging gracefully, they revisited the train route, journaling new adventures. Eleanor's spirit lived on, her gift a ripple of humanity, acceptance, resilience, romance. In twilight years, by the bay, Alex held Jamie. She knew, he said. Jamie nodded, and we lived it. Their story, a beacon, proved love conquers all. The end came peacefully, legacies enduring. Grandchildren carried the key, unlocking their own paths. Eleanor's final lesson, in loss. Find keys to hidden worlds.